Today's the day. It's time to harvest garlic. We have 4 different garlic locations in our property where we need to harvest, so we've got our work cut out for us, don't we?
Yep.
But we can always tell when they're ready to harvest because the bottom 2 leaves will die back and shrivel up completely, and it's done that for most of these. Some of them haven't yet, but we're gonna pull them up anyway because it's time. They're turning yellow, they're getting that yellow stripe through them. Some of them have even flowered that I missed some of the whatchamacallit, scapes on. So we're ready to get these out and let them cure for a couple weeks. Here's what the flowers look like when they've opened up. You see the hardneck garlic, the scapes will curl and they get like caught inside sometimes like this, and then I miss them. Sometimes I miss them. So that's why I like to harvest escapes as soon as I see them come up before they start to do that curly Q thing like this. All right, let's do this. Well, that's what we've gotten out so far, but that's not even half. There's a lot, and this is just one patch. This is usually about the time that we harvest every year, mid-May, end of May, and we actually plant our garlic pretty early compared to everyone else, usually around mid-August to late August at the very latest. But normally we just take our spade and we pop the garlic up from underneath, or we'll use a shovel. But because we made this sort of a raised area, and we also put a lot of chicken manure in the soil, or composted chicken manure in the soil is still fairly loose, so they're pretty easy to pull up, but you'll see that Garrett misses a few. So these are what you're going to want to plant when you plant your cloves that you saved. You're going to plant these too. These will give you rounds next year about this size round, and then the year after it'll give you huge garlics with the cloves separated. So save those, don't throw them out. Are you talking to yourself over there?
You said there's hella pokeberry.
So we grew 3 types of garlic this year. One was the soft neck garlic that was purple that we found at the Mexican market, and I planted that really late in the season, like late December, I think. So it didn't get too big, but the flavor was really great, so I'm definitely going to be growing that again next year. And then also our tried and true, which is a German white hardneck garlic that does really well for us. They get really big and they're uniform in size and they have a nice strong flavor. And then we also grew garlic that I got from my father-in-law, who has had this garlic growing on his property for supposedly close to 100 years, because the people that owned his property before him were growing it, and so he harvested that garlic and saved from that and built up his stash. And I'm not sure what variety that is, but I suspect it's the same as the German white because it looks and tastes exactly the same.
Is that weird looking one?
Must have went in sideways. Ugly thing. I like to save all of the little cormals, and the cormals are basically extra storage for the garlic, because the garlic is only ever going to grow as big as it's going to get, and then it'll take all of that extra energy and make cormals. And the cormals are basically seeds that will give you garlic that is identical to the parent plant. So when you plant these, their first year they'll give you a really good size round that doesn't split into cloves, and then the second year you'll get a really nice big garlic out of these. So I do plant them.
Marion's steadily working on removing the cormals from the garlic, and so here's what we have so far. About a quarter of a bucket, and we're about would you say halfway done with this, maybe?
Yep,
This
but we
bed?
still have the other patches to harvest.
All right, so on this bed, we've got it all harvested. We're processing it now, and then I tilled this bed up, and then made new beds. And what are we gonna plant here, babe?
I'm gonna do peppers, some squash, and some beans.
All right. Not sure if we're gonna get to that today, but if not, we're gonna do that first thing tomorrow, and that way this little garden will be.
This is what we call our kitchen garden.
Kitchen garden will be finished, or what is it, up to date, basically.
We'll have its summer stuff in, yeah.
Summer stuff, yeah. Cool.
It's garlic harvesting time. Look at these. We're not even done. We've only done one patch. We have 2 other patches to do.
No vampires will come around here.
Nope.
We're set.
It's a whole wheelbarrow full. And some on the ground over there still.
Hey, what are y'all doing? We're trying to work here. We were gonna work in the garden today, but it is raining like crazy. So we're taking cover under the under one of our barns, and we're gonna what are we doing with this garlic, babe?
Cleaning it and prepping it.
We're cleaning the garlic and prepping it, trying to keep the goats from messing with it. We're just trying to dry it out, so that's what we're gonna be doing. Hopefully the rain will let up in a little bit. Hey, we're trying to work here.
He climbed up here. He just wants some attention, don't you?
One way to get the roots off the garlic.
Yeah. thief. Hey, you thief. So normally you wouldn't clean your garlic before you dry it, but depending on where you are, you might want to. And the reasons why you'd want to peel some of these first layers off is if you see some mold on there. And you'll notice what mold is because it'll look kind of splotchy. And this is really not that moldy, but if I see any mold in this area, I'll just go ahead and I'll peel those layers off. And sometimes they'll peel off all the way down. If I see some more there, I'll continue peeling until there isn't any more of that, because I don't want mold to spread into the bulb. So I'll do that first and then we'll hang them to dry the rest of the way. So just until I get it clean enough. Like, I know that's not mold, that's just dirt that got underneath the leaf. And then this is ready to hang up.
Alright, we're going to hang these up by using slip knots. And so what I like to do is get about 18 inches worth of string or twine and cut it. And then we're going to bundle these in bundles of 10, 5 on each side. So I just grab a handful, 5, and lay them down over the string. And then now you're going to grab the string and you're going to do a simple slip knot. Basically tie a knot onto itself. So instead of, so watch. And you want to tie a knot onto this knot, or this string. And then you tie that tight. And then that way you can pull this tight, like that. So you can go in and adjust the knot. If these start losing moisture and getting skinnier, you can go in there and tighten it up. We'll get 5 more for the other side. Lay it over the string, do the same thing. We're going to tie a knot onto itself, which is this one. I know it's probably hard to see with my fingers in the way. Like that, and this should slip to tight. Alright, and now you have a handle too.
Okay, show us how you hang it.
Alright, let me use a stool here. All right. So we just put 2. Oops. Guess we're done.
Oh goodness, can't get anything done around here. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, we are hanging these in the barn on the rafters using baling twine or electric fence wire.
And there's the one that I braided the other day. Looking pretty good. All right. And this is just our first patch. So we have that much left, and we still have a whole nother patch this size out in the roothed out garden, and then another patch in our kitchen garden. So I don't know if we'll get to those today because we haven't harvested them yet because it's been raining. We got to let them dry out the rest of the way, but we'll see. And then I wanted to show you guys this one. Sometimes you'll get a bloom that blooms inside of your head of garlic. So let me try to open this up so you can see. So see, there's actually a flower in there. So wild. You're on the wrong side of the fence, buddy. Can you fit through there? Come on.
I'll get right there.
You can't get through? Oh, don't touch that wire. You can get a shock. You get a little shock. I don't think you can fit through there anymore. Here he comes to the rescue.
Go on. Let's go.
He wants me over there, I think. Oh.
We decided to take Willow and Whitaker for a walk because they were bugging us when we were working on the garlic. And we're not done with the garlic for today. We still have to harvest the other patch, so we will be posting another garlic video for sure. And if you would like to see our little walk with Willow and Whitaker, that video will be posting tomorrow, and it's super duper cute. Thank you guys so much for watching today and hanging out. We try to post a video every single day, so don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, and we'll see you tomorrow.
You are something else.